guy. So he made huge, success in business. And one reporter went and asked him, sir, how are you so successful? What have you done that you became so successful in such a short span of time? And he said, I made all right decisions. And everybody was saying, wow, this guy made all right decisions. And then he went and said, then somebody asked him, how did you make all right decisions? He said, simple, don't you know it? He said, everybody wanted to know that secret. He said, by making wrong decisions. So in life, there is nothing called right decision, wrong decision. You have to keep taking decisions and reflect back and see whether it's right, wrong. One thing is for sure, whether it's right or wrong, you will definitely get a learning out of it. Take the learning and move on. And as an entrepreneur, we tend to do it every day in our lives. So welcome to this session. The session is named All About Money. And I'm so glad to see so many women here, on a Valentine's Day. So I'm sure you're very, very serious about money business. Welcome, gentlemen, also. So I'm going to talk about. Let's have a round of applause for us. We chose money over date today. So I'm going to talk about 3 facts, 3 situations. And you just need to say whether you can relate to the situation or not. As simple as that. As an entrepreneur, if you're an entrepreneur, of course, I am 100% sure you'll agree with me. If you are prosperous or you want to start your own business, you will be in such situations. So, take the clue and learn from it and, implement while you're doing your business. First situation. Last day of the month, 31st of the month. And we go and check our bank account, and tomorrow we have to pay out salaries. We have to pay money to people we owe. And when we go and check the balance, we don't have sufficient funds. And we are really worried what to do. How many of you have been in this situation while you're doing your business? I have been in this situation. None of you have ever had a situation where you didn't know what to do. I have to pay salary tomorrow, but I don't have sufficient funds. Have you ever had such similar situation? Be honest, guys. Say yes. Of course, that's a part of being an entrepreneur.
I forgot about it.
Yeah. Good for you.
Who wants to remember those situations?
Second, my client told me, you give me your product or services. Within 30 days, I want to make the payment. 30 days over, no payment. You call him up and he said, GST, my PO has not been raised, this, that, 100 reasons. You don't get paid on time. And you don't know because you expected that fund to come and that has not come. What do? How many of you have faced a similar situation?
I think I can put both my hands up.
Absolutely. I can put my body up.
I can stand actually.
Correct? As an entrepreneur, we relate to this. Third situation, we have promised, if we're into product business, we promise our vendors that you give me this product, I'm going to convert this raw material into product, sell it, and I'm going to pay you after 30 days. On the promise that my client will make the payment. And on due date, because your client did not pay, you were not able to make the payment. How many of you can relate to this? Right? So ladies and gentlemen, I'm so glad that you can relate to this situation, because then you are at the right place right now. Because we are going to talk about 10 top commandments which can keep you out of this situation. Would you like to know that?
Yes.
Would you like to know that?
Yes.
Would you like to know that?
Yes.
Absolutely. So I've been into business for last 7 years. I have finance in my blood. I'm a chartered accountant, come from a Marwari family. Right from the day I think I was born, my dad my dad has always told, don't waste money, don't waste money, don't waste money. Money is very this. So I have that thing that I can't waste money. And every penny that I spend, I need to have something out of it. As an entrepreneur, really, this blood is really helping me. Okay. So it's all about money. This session is all about money. So tell me some of the problems that you face while you're doing business financially. Tell me. So you are here for half an hour with me. What would you like to know? Tell me something.
How to recover money.
How to grow your money? Okay. What else? Why are you here? Okay, grow your business, earn more money. Okay. What else?
Where do you invest in so that you have a plan B?
Awesome. Invest so you have a plan B. Okay. So you have somebody. See, you have a referral also.
Yeah. Max Life.
What else? What are the typical situation of financial problems that you face in business?
How not to overspend.
How not to overspend? Okay.
How to reduce the liabilities and increase your wealth.
Reduce liabilities, create assets. Chartered accountants just love these terms. Assets, liabilities.
That's what dreams are made of.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
chartered accountant.
So I think I'm in the right forum too. We are completely aligned in what I am going to share with you. And these things I have read a lot. I have met so many people. I'm into training business, corporate training. I work. Our complete business is B2B. So I interact with so many L&D heads, business heads, and all this whatever I've got, these 10 commandments. Actually, everyone goes through that, whether you're an employee or an entrepreneur. As an entrepreneur, the onus lies on us. So it becomes all the more important that we really manage this. So first and the first point that I would like to discuss is cash flow management. How many of you understand what is cash flow? What is cash?
In-
Money. What is cash flow?
Inflow, outflow.
Yeah, I get the money and how much money goes out. So as an entrepreneur, you have to be very, very mindful that where your money coming from, where is money going out. Every penny counts. What we do, sometimes we feel that I don't come from a finance business, I don't understand finance, so I will just do selling, I will just do expenses. No, and I will get somebody to just do the financial thing. No. Welcome to the world of entrepreneurship. It's your owners, it's your business. There is nothing say, I don't know marketing, I don't know finance, I don't know HR. No. You have to know every damn thing. And finance is so critical. So it's very, very important that when you're doing your cash flow, how much money is coming, how much money is going out. And there are three kind of cash flow thing. One is your operating activities, your day-to-day to run your business. Then your investing activities, where if you have some surplus funds, right, where do you invest it? And then your financing activities, that tomorrow if I want to expand my business, from where will I get funds? So we do a very detailed workshop on that, but I'm just touching about the topic that as an entrepreneur we should be very, very mindful about cash flow management. Second, fixed expenses. The moment we become entrepreneur, we give ourselves very, very fancy titles. CEO, MD, whatever we aspire to be in our corporate. We saw these guys, so let's choose whatever is my business. Okay? So when I started 7 years back, I said, my partner said we will be co-founder. I said, I will be CEO of the company. You choose MD, you choose whatever. Okay? Without even knowing the right context, because we are so, attracted by these things. But soon you will realize, these titles are just titles. By saying you're a CEO, you don't become the CEO of Pepsi. Okay, you are still running pillar to post to collect some, 50,000, 10,000, 20,000. You still go and do your courier on your own. Okay, you don't tell it to your client. So it's very important that when you start, you don't incur fixed expenses on your offices. Some people, even your funded startup, don't spend lavishly on offices. We have places like this business cafe, 11BC. You can only pay when you want to use it. You can have your meetings here, you can have your seminars here, and only pay when you're required to. So limit your fixed expenses. Don't spend on fancy amenities. You have studio offices, you have so many options in Bangalore. So avoid incurring any fixed expenses unless your business really require to display your product, and that will going to lead more generate more revenues for you. So second is limit your fixed expenses. Very, very critical. Third, what we do, as an entrepreneur, your life is all about optimism, right? If you go into any networking forum, you ask the other person, how's the business doing? Great. How's the, so your business is doing so great? Yes. How is the product doing? Very good. How is the customer feedback? Awesome. they're always optimistic. But when we actually, I also do it. You have to be optimistic. You're not optimistic about your product, who else will, right? But then you be optimistic, but be prepared for the worst. And there we have to talk about plan B. So, you should have an alternate source of income. Now, for women who are married, if your husband is not in the same business, you have an alternate source of income. So you can have a good life. But absolutely. For us, my husband is also same business. So both of us are on our toes. So always have a plan B that, if this thing doesn't work out. If you're so convinced about your product or services, it will work. But in case it doesn't, you should have a plan B in mind. There is no harm in saying that it is because you have to run your house. You have a family to run. And you need money to do that. So it's very, very important that you have a plan B in your mind. Even if you earn small, there's not, save small. If you're earning 1,000 rupees as profit, keep 100 rupees, save it. Don't say that I'm just earning 1,000, I will not save now. Invest in small assets. You don't have to go and buy a land always to create an asset. Even 100 rupees in an FD is good amount. As an entrepreneur, we only build assets like that. We will never have 1 crore straight away to go and invest in fixed assets. So third is, be optimistic but be prepared for the worst. Fourth, time is money. If you are here today, you should take something out of this place that will help in your business. If in this 2-hour session, if you are not able to do that, you have wasted your time. So whenever you go for any networking event, whenever you go for a session, always ensure that you're going at the right platform. See, in Bangalore especially, there are so many networking forums, so many conferences happening, and what we just happen to go everywhere. No, choose where you want to spend, because every minute that you spend not for your business is a loss to your business. To your business right now, if you started it, you are the biggest resource, and your time is the biggest resource. Time is money for your business. To avoid going, just invest your time wherever you feel it will lead to business. Ultimately, end of the day, we are here to do business. So be very, very mindful. Don't get swayed away by so many things happening around us. You have to be very, very mindful. And some of us are just working alone. We don't have a big team also. So you have to be all the more mindful about that. So fourth thing is, time is. Now, as an entrepreneur, we always feel that whatever product or services we are going to launch, we are going to give the best product or best service to our client, right? And in that process, we keep delaying the launch of the product or services. Do you think anything called perfect exists in this universe? Do you agree? Yes or no? No. I think my services are perfect. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Huh? I can definitely feel it, but do you feel? Do my client feel?
Optimistic.
You have to be optimistic. But the point what I'm trying to make, you may feel that I am giving the best design, I am giving the best training, I am giving the best diet plan. But your client will not feel it. They will always have a feedback for you. So always believe, even if you're start working on a client acquisition. Immediately you start a business. Even if it's small client, you have a product, you have a service, start selling it. The client will give you feedback. You take the feedback, again improve on it, and tell him that you told me this feedback, now I'm giving it back to you. So that client become an evangelist for you. That that person worked on my feedback. Why we are, I don't know about everybody, but Apple. It did not Apple 10 at the first go. It was Apple 1, 2, 3, 4. Constantly we are working with the feedback. If such big companies can do that, we are just small entrepreneurs, right? Working with 2 crore, 5 crore, 10 crores turnover. Okay? So don't delay your customer acquisition. Right from the word go, if you have decided to start a business, start looking how I can get my clients. Right? So fifth one is, guys, you have to say very loudly.
Client acquisition.
Client acquisition.
The word go.
So what's the first one? Second one?
Fixed expenses to be reduced.
Awesome. Third one?
Be optimistic.
Fourth?
Client acquisition.
And fifth one?
Client acquisition.
Client acquisition. Awesome. Now, I have seen this, and I have spoken to so many women entrepreneurs, men entrepreneurs, and I say, who is that one person you never pay in your business when you start your business?
Yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know why I'm here. Absolutely. You never pay your